From the sport taking a toll on Simone's mental health to how badly gymnastics would suffer if Biles quit, this is why Simone Biles should have never quit gymnastics. To be fair, the gymnast had reached her breaking point. Biles is considered one of the greatest gymnasts of all time and is most definitely the most decorated one. It makes sense. She's had 5 skills named after her. That's just 2 shy of Nellie Kim's record-breaking 7. She's won several awards and trophies, the most recent one coming in 2019, when she was awarded all-around gold at the Stuttgart World Cup. I could go on and on. Simone's career was only going up, which is why it came as a surprise to everyone when Biles revealed that she'd been struggling with keeping up and was seriously considering quitting. It came as a shock in that moment, but after evaluating what had been going on behind the scenes, it made sense why the American gymnast had reached her breaking point. Most gymnasts retire pretty early, with the average retirement age being in the early 20s. At 26 years old, though, it looked like Simone might have been the only gymnast who could still take on the beams, vaults, and all those high jumps with relative ease. It was a piece of cake for her in her late 20s, just like it was in her early teens. So, her reason for quitting wasn't because her body was giving up on her. It was because she couldn't take the mental stress anymore. Biles became one of the latest gymnasts to speak out against disgraced U.S. gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. I'll put it into simple terms. Nassar's a monster, and his abuse contributed to many gymnasts deciding to walk away from the sport that they once loved. Biles was determined to reveal the truth of what went on behind the scenes, and claimed that she was finally ready to let go of her bubbly persona, just so the world could know the dark side of competitive sports. You might remember the 2022 Summer Olympics, where the U.S. gymnastics team revealed that just before the finals, Simone had decided to up and leave. For a while, everyone was angry at the gymnast. They believed that she should have powered through, despite her lackluster performance, and not have left her team high and dry. Later on, Biles took to social media to reveal the truth behind her decision to walk away. She told the world she'd been struggling with her mental health and that it felt like her entire body had started shutting down. Many commended Biles for speaking up about a taboo issue in the sport, but there were just as many people who criticized her statements. In the end, though, the U.S. gymnastics team stepped in and stated that the mental health of their sportspeople was worth more than gold. Biles later revealed that she should have quit long before. She'd once taken a hiatus from gymnastics in 2017, when it seemed like the gymnastics superstar had taken on many other projects such as appearing on Dancing with the Stars, and couldn't dedicate her time fully to gymnastics. With everything that's been going on since, do you think Simone's about to pack up for good? The U.S. gymnast has been training since she was a toddler, and competing for as long as she could remember. Her dedication to the sports really shone through, especially at the 2016 Rio Olympics, when the world saw her win title over title as a 19-year-old sportswoman. Nastia Liukin, a 2008 gold medalist, revealed that she believed no one could ever come close to achieving what Simone had. She might just be one of the very few athletes in the world who's able to clear twice her whole height. Amy Dorman, her coach, revealed that Simone is a truly dedicated athlete who makes sure to live and breathe gymnastics. Amy told the world that Simone's dedication to the sport is unrivaled, and it shows in her many achievements. The best part about her routines is that she spends a fraction of the time running and more time tumbling, thus allowing her to focus on incorporating as many elements as possible into her set. Seeing Simone perform, it's not surprising why everyone's always eager to give her gold. Biles is also one of the few gymnasts in the world who's able to dominate in every category of the sport. She's been an all-around champion several years running, dominating the vaults, beams, mats, and whatever else they throw at her. The elite-level artistic gymnast is known for her signature moves, the Biles and the Biles 2, which she performs on the vault and as a floor exercise. In 2020, when Simone revealed that she'd be taking a step back from the competitions to focus on her mental health, it left many people wondering, will Simone come back to regain her former glory? The gymnast asserted that it's time for her to take a step back, and even revealed that she'd planned on retiring a long time ago. Still, Simone showed up for the 2023 World Championships, where she set another record for holding the most titles on a single apparatus. However, with everything that's been going on, it won't be long before Biles announces either a hiatus or complete retirement. Let's say she decides to take a break. What then? Here's why people are worried. You see, gymnasts stick to a really tough everyday routine, and stepping away from it can cause a significant change. We all know about the weight changes and loss of muscle tone, but at Simone's age, there's another looming threat: cardiovascular strength. This isn't to say that Simone's about to run into any health troubles for taking a break, but that her level of endurance, should she decide to leave the sport, is about to go down. You'll probably never catch a gymnast taking a break because they know what comes with it: an early retirement. To be fair, Biles isn't like most other athletes, but that doesn't mean her age won't creep up on her if she ever decides to break away from the rigorous routine. Her routine, though, was what led her to come down with a case of the twisties. If you didn't already know, the twisties is a gymnastics term for a condition where a gymnast loses their sense of spatial awareness, making it all the more difficult for them to maneuver complex aerial moves. They also run the risk of terrible landings and dismounts that could seriously injure them. That's what would happen to her physically if she were to ever quit. But what about her image? Will fans ever see her the same way? The world was split in two when Simone announced that she was leaving the Summer Olympics to focus on her mental health. There were people who supported her dedication to raising awareness, and then there were people who thought she was a quitter. In any event, her decision was a controversial one, and the only thing everyone could agree on was that the move hurt her career. Before that, Biles was best regarded as the GOAT of gymnastics, but after her decision to leave the Summer Olympics, people started seeing her in a different light. Even at the 2023 World Championships, people held their breath thinking that she might leave at any given time. Some of these people were haters, and some of them were loyal fans. The truth is, even though Simone raised awareness on a taboo topic, it hurt her image as a gymnast. The star's been facing the stress of all that ever since, which might explain why she's seriously been considering retiring for good. If she does, though, gymnastics might never recover. That might sound like a bold statement to make, but hear me out on this. Biles is one of the very best of the best. The whole world knows her, even people who don't otherwise know a thing about gymnastics. There's a very particular reason for that. Simone's not just a great athlete, she's an all-over superstar. The thing about the athlete is that she's gone mainstream with her many interviews and appearances to raise awareness of gymnastics. In fact, after Simone set several world records at the 2016 Rio Olympics, Google searches of the then 19-year-old went off the charts. People started looking at her a lot more closely and inadvertently started watching more and more gymnastics, just to get a peek at everything she was capable of. Biles' dominance as an athlete extends far beyond the sport, which is why, if she retires, gymnastics would take a massive hit. It's understandable why she'd want to take a break, or get up and leave altogether, but the superstar's contribution to the sport is unmatched. Can you honestly say, we will ever have another person like Simone Biles? No, we won't. Here's to hoping that Biles sticks through the sport for a long, long time. So, from how badly gymnastics would suffer if Biles quit, to the sport taking a toll on Simone's mental health, that was why Simone Biles should have never quit gymnastics.